What up, what up, what up, YouTube? Zion Zenith back in your life. I know it's been a while, but we're back at it. It's football season, and I want you guys to know that I've been a member of the Big Blue Crew for a while now, but we officially made a channel. I just want to give a shout out to some special people. Most likely the co-founders. We got Big Pat in the house automatically. Thank you so much, brother, for giving me this opportunity to come on the channel and post great content. Yeah, so shout out to Pat, shout out to Big Lou, shout out to Joel, shout out to NYG, Man Cave, Alex, Miz, Mac the Giants fan. If I missed anybody, I apologize. I was pretty busy this last couple of years. I haven't been able to upload as much as I wanted to, but those guys always had my back. Always said, Zion, you always have a place in the crew. Whenever you're ready, whenever you're down to upload, we trust you enough to let you do it on the channel as well with the Big Blue Crew YouTube. So the link is down in the description below, guys. Make sure you guys go check it out. But you guys know why you guys clicked on this video. We are going to be previewing the NFL season coming up 2024. Starting with today's, we got Kickoff, guys. Aren't you guys excited? It's NFL Kickoff. Might be a little bit rusty on the edges, guys, because it's been a while since I've been on YouTube. But that being said, today what we're going to be basically doing is I'm going to be giving you guys my overall picks for the game. And I'm going to explain why I picked that team to win and if they're all going to cover the spread. You guys are more than welcome to follow me if you guys want to follow me. This is not really going to be a betting video, but I am going to give out free picks throughout the video. And at the end of the video, I am going to give my long shot parlay of the week. It's going to consist of a 3-leg parlay. And if it hits, it is going to basically 18 times your money. It's a 3-team leg parlay. So you make sure you stick around for the very end of the video. You do not want to miss that. Well, let's begin, guys. Baltimore Ravens flying to Arrowhead, flying to Kansas City to take on the defending champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, this game is basically a pick-em. We have a team that took the Ravens out of the playoffs versus a team that is trying to defend a home field advantage, trying to come in strong after 2 repeat in the Super Bowl and trying to make a 3-peat. Now, keep in mind, you do not win the season in week 1. So though I do believe that the Chiefs is going to probably have a chance of making a Super Bowl again for 3 times, I actually have them starting off to a little bit slower start. What's up so much, Mac the Giants fan? And I really appreciate you, my brother, allowing me to use your stream here this afternoon. And absolutely, man, I did add it to Big Blue Crew to the StreamYard. So literally, I'm gonna text you about that later, and we definitely want your some of your shows on it. But I am gonna shoot you a text later, and we will definitely talk about it. Absolutely. Big Mac the Giants fan. Or they're combining Big Pat and Mac's name, but absolutely, Mac. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day yourself. Let's get it, fam. And honestly, guys, it is going to be fast one on this one. I am going to be taking the Ravens in this one, and I am actually going to be taking the +3. Reason being is, both teams are pretty similar. They got injuries on both sides. I think the Chiefs are going to be looking to get the ball to the new playmaker's hands in Xavier Worthy, being that Godwin is out. Marquise Brown. I'm sorry, why did I say Godwin? I'm thinking of the other game again. Being that Marquise Brown is out, but I do see the focal point of this game being the Chiefs running the ball more and trying to utilize Reggie Rice to his best of his abilities. When I mean getting the ball to Xavier Worthy, I can see them really utilizing him like his speedster on the outside. But it's really going to come down to the offensive line and the defensive line. Yes, both teams got good weapons. Yes, we're going to see the appearance of Derrick Henry with Lamar Jackson for the Baltimore Ravens. But I think in any NFL game, it really comes down to the lines. And, we have two great lines here going against battling each other. And that being said, I do see the Chiefs utilizing Reggie Rice this year and obviously Travis Kelce. But for the first game of the season, I do see the Baltimore Ravens coming in and punching them in the face. Reasons being just based off of I don't think the Chiefs this year has a strong enough roster. Now, I'm not saying they're not going to make the playoffs, guys. I'm not saying they're not going to repeat, but the Baltimore Ravens are coming in with a really fully loaded roster, ready to just slam the dirt on the Chiefs for taking them out of the playoffs. So just label it a revenge game for the Ravens. You know, Lamar Jackson's gonna come in there. He's gonna have his running game, of course, but now you have to account for Derrick Henry in the backfield. And a lot of people's like, well, Derrick Henry is kind of washed. He's steady. Nah, bro, Derrick Henry is still him. Derrick Henry is still him. I know my man Big Pat agrees. Derrick Henry is him, guys, and don't count that out. Like, defenses not only have to account for Lamar, but now they have to count to Derrick Henry, who's really getting the ball. And Lamar Jackson's play action pass is extremely, extremely underrated. And now that you add Derrick Henry in the mix, the Chiefs are up for a long night. What's up, Nomads? Thank you so much for being here. What's up, Deception? Thank you so much for being here as well. That being said, guys, I am going to be taking the Ravens in this one, and I am going to take the +3. So if you guys want to bet on the game, go with Ravens +3. You guys are more than welcome to follow me, but please bet responsibly, guys. I'm not here trying to let anybody go homeless in 2024. It is already hurt itself. So please bet with the money that you are willing to lose. Next game we have up is a game in Brazil. This is going to be a Friday night game, and this is super excited, guys. Now, don't wear green. Obviously, we all heard that joke. But that being said, they took the two teams that wear green and they put them in Brazil. What's the odds of that? That being said, though, I have a sleeper prediction here that the Green Bay Packers is going to come out super strong in this one. It is in Brazil. You've seen what happened to Florida State week 1 in Dublin, Ireland. Obviously, that doesn't matter because they got smashed again in week 2. But that being said, I think Green Bay with Jordan Love, and a lot of people's not talking about Ricks. I don't know why. I think Ricks as a wide receiver emerges as number 1 for that defensive offense this year. They added Josh Jacobs, and let's not even go into the details on defense. I think the Green Bay Packers is going to go up there and punch the Eagles in their face. Now, the Eagles did get a lot of young cornerbacks in the draft. They have a young loaded roster, one of the best rosters in the league, but I have them starting out to a slow start. I'm not just saying this because I have a Giants cap on. I really do have the Eagles kind of struggling at first, trying to see how much times they really want to get the ball to Barkley. And I honestly think the Green Bay Packers know what they want to do. I get it. They still have A.J. Brown. I get it. They still have a young stud, Garrett Wilson. What is his damn name? Devontae Smith. But at the end, they still have Goddard. They still have Jalen Hurts. They have one of the best defenses in the league, but I don't have that best defense in the league showing up on week 1 in Brazil, a game that they have to fly to. Even though Green Bay has to fly to, I think Green Bay is low-key kind of good this year. And low-key, they're kind of looking at everybody talking about the Lions and be like, yo, mofos, we won this damn division. You guys, the Lions won one a year. We won this division. What you guys talking about? Let's look at the history. I think Green Bay is going to come strong, and don't count out elite. Yes, I said it. What's up, Unpopular? Thank you so much for being here, my friend. Elite head coach in Matt LaFleur. Okay, he's an elite head coach, and Jordan Love's going to probably put up some numbers this year. So give me Green Bay with the upset, and I actually have Green Bay winning straight up. So if you want to make a little bit of extra money, bet Green Bay straight up. But if you want to play it safe, go with Green Bay plus the 2.5. Like I said, I'm not responsible for any losses. Please bet responsible, and please bet with money that you can afford to lose. Don't go put your food money. Don't go put your rent money. Don't go put your survival money, your emergency core money, just in case anything happens to your vehicle on these games. Please bet responsibly. Alrighty, next game, guys. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Thompson on the hot seat this season. Okay, Mike, I love you. I think boss. I like you, man. I think you're one of the best, one of the most brightest minds in the league. I think you are an elite coach. But bro, you can't just win one Super Bowl in the last 15 years. And if that, it's not possible. Your team is always, even that season they went 11-0, What happened? Injuries happen and then fall to the wayside. Yeah, we get it. Okay, yip-de-doo, you make the playoffs, but it doesn't matter. The same thought process we had on Premium Takes, right? My man Mac, the Giants fan, he's all like, Jason Tatum has to prove it. He has to go out there and win a championship. Steelers, can you go out there and actually do something in the playoffs? Okay, we get it. There's Baltimore. We get it. There's the Chiefs. We get it. There's the Buffalo Bills. But guess what, Mike? You're an elite coach. Figure it out. The offense absolutely sucks, guys. I will say that it is going to struggle this season, but I think the Steelers have one of the best defenses in the league, top 5 for sure. And this defense will definitely be carrying them throughout the season. But they're going to Atlanta, and Atlanta's willing to party with Kirk Cousins. I love Kurt, man. I love me some Kurt. You know why? Because he's actually an elite quarterback and he's super underrated, and no one wants to say it, but I'm gonna say it. You know, when you have a quarterback like Kirk Cousins that can distribute the ball to a handful of receivers, not just his number one, not just his number two. This guy is throwing it to his number 5 on roster. And Kirk Cousins has a lot of ribbons to play with on Atlanta, and the offense is gonna feed through the best running back in the league that is gonna claim his prize at the spot this season in the name of Bijan Robinson. He's going to be the number 1 back at the end of the season, guys, and he is going to be the number 1 back in the NFL for years coming forward. Now, I'm not trying to diss CMC. I'm not trying to diss Brees Hall. I'm not trying to diss Taylor, Derrick Henry. Even though he went to the ops, I even throw Barkley on that list. I didn't even throw Josh Jacobs. But Bijan Robinson is him, and Arthur, I would say didn't know how to use him. And you get Raheem Morris coming in. That's going to know how to use him. You have Kyle Pitts that is actually going to emerge as one of the top tight ends in the league because he actually has a head coach. Now, I don't want to just crown Raheem Morris a head coach, but he's going to coach them way better than Arthur could even imagine, okay? And let's not talk about Drake London having a breakout season. And let's not even talk about their defense. I know we're going to have to, but their defense is loaded. Their defense is so loaded that really – I don't think people understand how high I am on the Falcons. I know Pat does. I know me and Pat talked about it. I have the Falcons winning 11 to 13 games this year. That's how high I am. All they needed was a quarterback. And it won't surprise me. You heard it here. You heard it here first. Everybody's riding. Kyle needs to go get it done. Everybody's riding past Detroit's year. It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me if Atlanta Falcons stay healthy the whole year and appear as the NFC representative in the Super Bowl. That would not surprise me at all. I honestly think they're a couple of years off. I think they're still going to build their roster, but they have a good roster, man. Don't be surprised if Atlanta is talked about as one of the top teams in week 10, week 11, early on in the season. Pittsburgh is taking the plus 2.5, and shit, you give it to them. You give Pittsburgh 10 if you wanted to, because I don't see how the offense puts up points. I really don't. Pickens, he's probably the best one they have. But I really don't. So you take that 3.5 and you run your way to the ticket cash, and you cash out and you go get yourself a nice steak dinner. That being said, we have Arizona Cardinals versus the Buffalo Bills, guys. And this is me upset of the week. You guys heard it here first. This is me upset of the week. I am taking the Arizona Cardinals straight up to win this game. You may be like, Zion, you absolutely crazy. Yo, homie, Josh Allen is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but he just lost some key pieces on defense, and he just lost his number 1 target in Diggs. I think Dalton Kincaid is going to be emerging as one of the top tight ends this year because he is going to be getting all the balls, basically from Josh Allen. We have Shakir, that is going to be his number 1 target. We do have some young receivers. We do have James Cook, that is a good running back. But honestly, man, I just think the Arizona Cardinals are going to be a team that everybody is just going to look at the beginning of the season and not really look at them as a threat until they start winning games, and people's going to be like, what the hell, where is this coming from? Now, I do have the Cardinals missing the playoffs, but I do have the Cardinals coming up in a week like this with a brand new, one of the best wide receivers that we've seen coming out of college, and Marvin Harrison Jr. in an elite tight end. Yes, I said an elite tight end. Okay, maybe I shouldn't put McBride there yet, but I'll put him as emerging as a top 10 tight end in the league. And you have your mobile quarterback in Kyler Murray coming up. I believe they just got didn't they just get Hunter from the Vikings? And I get it. You got Von Miller on that line. You got Wazoo on that line. You got a lot of people like Ed Oliver as a middle linebacker on that line. But at the end of the day, I have the Cardinals just really coming out and playing more physical this year. They have young studs in the backfield that no one's really talking about. The middle linebackers are kind of low-key, really productive at times. And a lot of people are sleeping on the Cardinals. But in week one, man, the Cardinals is the type of team that go out there and win against the Buffalo Bills and then go lose like to like some of the shittiest teams in the league. Pause. I'm sorry for swearing, but like your Carolina Panthers and like your Saints and stuff. Like that's I can see. I don't know if they play them on the schedule this year, but I definitely can see the Arizona Cardinals doing something like this, like upsetting really good teams and then basically losing against bad teams. Zion, you're absolutely crazy. My homie made the same prediction. I honestly think the Buffalo is gonna go off to a slow start. I really do, because you got to understand. Not you, Mac, but I just hear me out, guys. I just think people need to realize that Diggs played a big part for that offense. I'm not saying that he can't Josh Allen can't go out there and ball. But I mean, like you really have unproven wide receivers yet. And I really want them to prove it before I pick them. And you have a Marvin Harrison Jr. that literally can. I don't even care if Sauce Gardner is guarding him. He gonna get the ball. Like he's like a Malik Neighbors. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get the ball. No offense against Sauce Gardner, but he's gonna eat. You have James Conner that's little low key underrated that can catch the ball out of the backfield, and you have an underrated defense. So absolutely, I think your homie made a right pick. And keep in mind, guys, stay tuned. At the end of the video, we can 18 times your money. What's up, Edco? Thank you so much for being here. My brother from the Hardcore Sports Network. He covers a lot of WWE, so make sure you go check him out. That's not only what he covers a lot of stuff as well. But Diggs was quiet last year. Absolutely, Diggs was quiet last year, Matt. But Diggs was on the field. Even if he wasn't catching passes, he was a distraction. He was getting it open for a lot of other receivers. Now that Diggs is not on the field, and now that James Cook is going to have to carry the ball more, even though James Cook is an explosive running back, it's still they have to lean on a lot of on the. I wrote it down here. The people that they really have to lean on, I believe, is Keenan Coleman. It's Curtis Samuel. It's Khalil Shakir, and obviously Dalton Kincaid. And that doesn't scare me when you have a mobile quarterback like Kyler Murray, when you have Marvin Harrison Jr., when you have Tyler McBride, when you have a low-key running back that can get it done in James Conner. I think they really highly lean on Cook if they want to win this game. Run it down the Cardinals' throat, pause with James Cook, and we go from there. And at the end of the day, it is going to be fun. And I'm sorry for saying Daniil Hunter. He plays on the Texans. I don't know why. I don't know why I said on the Cardinals. That I was researching the Texans game, and then obviously I brought it up in the Cardinals game. So excuse me on that, guys. But yeah, I'm taking the Cardinals straight. But if you guys want to take the Cardinals, take them plus the 6.5. But stay tuned, guys, because at the end of the video, I have a monster parlay, 18, 20 times your money on just 3 teams. Alrighty, guys. We got the Tennessee Titans, absolutely one of the most shittiest teams in the NFL. I apologize, but it's just true. I mean, like the Hopkins don't scare me. I'm sorry, he doesn't. Even though maybe he can still catch a thousand passes and 1,000 balls. At the end of the day, like it is going to be a struggle. It is going to be a struggle for the Tennessee Titans, and I'm not even trying to be mean, but I didn't even do research on the Tennessee Titans because I'm such a biased SC fan that I think this is thank you for the NFL for making it a little bit more easier for his opening game. I have the Chicago Bears absolutely coming up here and put in work on the Tennessee Titans. I have them literally going out there and getting the ball to DeAndre Swift, getting the ball to the veteran receivers that they do have on the roster, the young receivers that they have on the roster. Like I get it, you see the key injuries below. I believe those injuries, most of those players will be playing, and even if they wasn't playing, I still have the Chicago defense winning out this game outright because I have the defense really high this year. I think Chicago's defense could have the possibility of finishing in the top 10. We'll see what happens. I know they finished top 10 in most categories last year, and that's why the excitement is Caleb Williams is coming into the best scenario that a young quarterback can come in. You have a pre-made team ready to let it loose, and I think they're really high. If we've all been following Hard Knocks, we're seeing it. You see coaches like Nick Saban come in and talking to the team. Any given Sunday, USC just beat LSU, and nobody really thought that it was gonna happen. It happened. So any given Sunday, it wouldn't be surprising if the Titans was to edge a victory, being that it's a young quarterback. He still has to go trial by fire. He's still gonna make mistakes. As much as I'm a Caleb Williams fan, he's still a rookie, and I do understand that. But I just feel with the defense of Chicago, with the ribbons that Chicago has, and with Caleb's ability to move around the pocket, even if the Titans gets there, guess what? He's running for a first down. Mark my words, Caleb's gonna have a pretty good opening day. I'm not saying anything crazy. I don't see him breaking any records, but he's gonna have a good day. And thank you to the NFL. Please, thank you so much, NFL, for getting the Titans and not giving them teams like the Ravens or anything crazy like that. Really respect you, NFL. Thank you so much for taking care of my boy Caleb Williams. Let's go have a good season, Chicago. Alrighty, and Titans fans just clicked off the video and they hate me. That being said, New England, this is another team that, dude, Cincinnati's gonna blow them out of the water. Like, let's not waste our energy talking about the Patriots in Week 1. Now, the Patriots, basically, maybe later on, they can get better. But in Week 1, you give them the 8.5. You give them 14 if you wanted to. I got the Bengals like 31-10. Like, we had a healthy Joe Burrow. We didn't seen a fully healthy Joe Burrow in over a year, guys. He was plagued with injuries last year. His ankle bothered him the whole year. And now we have a young Bengals team, a hungry Bengals team, should I say, not young, a hungry Bengals team that been playing with each other for a long time now, that I do have the Bengals really high this year. I have the Bengals upsetting. If any team is going to upset the defending champion, it is going to be a team like the Bengals. I do have another team that is playing on Monday night, but we'll get to them later. But I really have Cincinnati ranked as my second best team in the AFC, right behind the Chiefs. And I am going to give the Patriots this 8.5, and I'm gonna give it to them proudly. I obviously, if you feel in like you want to go out there and throw away money, then you take the 8.5. But honestly, Cincinnati's gonna go out there, and I get it. He was like, well, Cincinnati never really starts off to a explosive start. It's still Week 1. Anything can happen. You're right. That's true. But it's not gonna happen. Cincinnati's gonna mess up Jacoby Brissett and Pork. That's a wide receiver I would keep an eye on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I think he could have a good fantasy day. But no, yeah, Cincinnati's gonna smash them, guys. So you guys take the points, give them the points. Don't take the points. You don't want to lose. Give them the points. Give them the points. Give them more points. Give them 14 points. Like I said, 31-10. I got it. The Bengals all the way. I honestly think this is a low-key great matchup of the week. I honestly think everybody's overlooking the Colts. Everybody's looking at the Texans like they're going to be a top team this year, which I think they will be. But you guys got to understand, not you guys, but just general fans have to understand that it's a division game, fam. It is a division game. Hydration check. Eventually, we'll have a hydration sponsor. We want to make sure we do hydration checks and hydration breaks, guys, because it's always good to hydrate, stay hydrated. You don't want to go dehydrated or call in the stream and drinking coffee, but I do have water on the side to make me hydration. Get me hydrated. That being said, it's gonna be a close game. It's tough, man. It really is a pick 'em. We have AR-15. We have a young stud defense that's trying to prove themselves again. The Colts defense was really underrated last season, and then boys can tackle. Pause. But I honestly think a lot of people is looking at the defensive front of the Texas and are saying, oh, they're gonna be able to get there. Like I was mentioning, Hunter comes from the Vikings. We have Will Anderson. They do have an offensive ripping now in Stephon Diggs. But to be honest, I honestly think that AR-15 is going to make this a closer game than a lot of people realize. I think they are going to get there, but AR-15 is going to use his mobility and get the ball down the field. Now, I do believe that with Michael Pittman, with Downs, with the Purcells, with the few receivers that they do have, I do believe overall that the Texans has a way better roster. If this wasn't a division opponent, I'll be outright telling you guys that the Texans are going to smash. But to be honest, I really have this a closer game. If I really had a gun to my head, I'll take the Texans straight up. But it won't be surprised. It won't be surprising if the Colts make it a closer game, like a 1 or 2 point kind of game. And It's still week one, so I know I'm saying this for all teams when I say this. There might be some missed tackles. So as much as I just said that the Patriots are gonna get smashed, the Titans are gonna get smashed. Pause. And still week one. The Bengals could go out there looking like Florida State. The Bears could go out there looking like Florida State. So you never really know what's gonna happen. But a division game is close too. So if the Texans go out there looking like Florida State, which is highly impossible, the coach is gonna upset them. But I honestly, having this a close game, I would take the Texans straight. I think the -3 kind of scares me. I understand that the Texans are a top roster in this league, but still, man, it's a division game. You just got to watch out for division games. That being said, guys, we do have the Jacksonville Jaguars. A lot of people are really, mixed bag of them. Do we trust Trevor Lawrence? Do we trust the weapons that he has to throw the ball to? Do we trust that defense? Do we trust that coaching staff? We'll see. But it sucks that they have to go against one of the most explosive teams in the NFL. The Miami Dolphins shown that they always come out, they always store hot, they always can get the ball to some of the fastest players that the NFL has. They're just loaded. They have a coach that I'm really high on. I have Mike as an elite mind in this league. I know he has to prove it. The Miami Dolphins under him really didn't win anything special to really signify him as an elite mind, but eventually down the line, I think it will. And that being said, I am gonna take the Miami Dolphins to cover here. I am actually, I wouldn't even be opposed to giving Jacksonville more points, giving Jacksonville 10 points or something like that. It is gonna be at home at Miami's home at Hard Rock Stadium, and I have the Miami coming out looking really strong. And keep an eye out for Brian Thomas Jr. in the Jacksonville Jaguars, new rookie out of LSU. I honestly think he is gonna have a good day in fantasy. So if you guys do play DraftKings, that is someone that you can probably get on the cheap that could have the possibility for going for a touchdown or so, maybe at least 3 to 5 catches as well. So that is a sleeper if you guys are looking there. As far as the defenses goes, both teams have pretty good defenses. But then again, I just don't think Jacksonville's defense is going to be able to handle Miami's offense. And I have Miami out here whipping ass. So basically, I'm taking Miami. Alrighty. Next games on the slate, we got the Carolina Panthers versus the Saints. Now, this is another division game of two teams trying to prove themselves. We have the Carolina Panthers, bringing in a receiver for your young quarterback in Bryce Young, Xavier Leggett. That being said, I do think that they really don't really have a defense this year. If they do, it's not proven yet. And when you look at the New England Saints, I just don't like the quarterback situation. I do like some of the weapons that they have to throw the ball to, and I do like their defense, but this is just an ugly game. This is the game that honestly, guys, you just want to avoid. If you want to take a team, if you really want to bet this game, obviously I'm gonna go with the Saints, even though the Panthers are looking like the better team, and the Saints are probably gonna struggle. They're still at the Caesar Superdome. That crowd is going to be in effect. I think Josh Young. I think Bryce Young has a better season this year, but I just don't trust the Carolina Panthers defense to really stop the Saints offense, if that makes sense. I can see the Saints offense at times stopping Bryce Young, but I can't see in the same in return. But then again, guys, it is a division game, so we really don't really fully know what can happen. But that being said, guys, we are going into the biggest game that of the weekend for us Giants fans, because Giants football is officially back. And even though it is at home, and even though we do have Malik Neighbors, I am still kind of scared of the Vikings, guys, and I do have us outright winning this game. I have us covering the spread. Well, I have us obviously not gonna cover it because the Vikings are given, but I just have a feeling, man, that our defense is gonna hold Sam Donald and the Vikings, and we were gonna get the victory at the end. What scares me though is just the Vikings, man. They still got Justin Jefferson. They still got a young defense that can stop us at times. We still are a offense trying to figure things out. If you really look at it, you look at the weapons that they do present on offense. Sam Donald is a terrible, but I believe their coach can scheme some stuff up to move the ball on us. They have Aaron Jones, but I think it comes down to the red zone, guys. I really do. I might do this game a little bit more, elaborate on this game a little bit more before the actually game kicks off. You might get another video just about this game. But that being said, guys, this is a team that the New York Giants should beat. I think it's going to come down to red zone stops. I think both teams are going to be able to move the ball down the field, but it's who's going to be able to stop each other in the red zone. And if you guys want to be totally be honest, I don't bet on my team. That's one of my rules. I would never throw money on my team. At least in NCAA, NCAA I do all the time. But when it comes to the New York Giants, I just like watching the New York Giants for the New York Giants. I don't need a little bit more excitement to that is a solid 1 p.m. slot as well. No Mets. I don't need a little bit of excitement to get excited about my New York Giants. So I really make a rule for myself that I will never throw money on the New York Giants. But if I wasn't a Giants fan, I'll go with the New York Giants here. I just think that I trust Daniel Jones more than I do Sam Darnold, and that's just it what it is. And as far as Daniel Jones, he now has everything around him. I think the line looks absolutely way better than it did in recent years. I think Malik Neighbors is a dog. I think Theo Johnson emerges as a suitable tight end at the end of the year. And I really do like our rookies that we brought up. The only thing that concerns me is obviously our cornerbacks. I know we brought back Adoree Jackson, and I know we will emerge as, I believe, some the up there as the better front seven in the league at the end of it all. But I'm quick. I'm really slow to say that we're gonna go out here and we're gonna really blow out the Vikings. Like I've seen some Giants fans saying, "Oh, like they're not respecting the Vikings because of Sam Darnold." You got to respect the Vikings because they're still an NFL team. I do have the Giants winning, but maybe both teams kind of get off to a slower start, not really a high explosive scoring game. I have it maybe the Giants 23, the Vikings 17, the Giants 23, the Giants 24, the Vikings 20, something like that. Maybe like a kick, a field goal to win the game, and that will actually absolutely cover because they're only giving us 1.5. So I'm taking that 1.5 and I'm riding with it. Alrighty. We got an ex-New York Giant as the head coach of the Los Angeles Raiders, and we got one of the greatest minds football has ever seen in Jim. Maybe I give him too much. I like Jim, and a lot of people are like, dude, Jim's not even that good of a coach. Honestly, I do like him as a coach. I will say this. I do like Jim as a coach. That being said, though, Antonio, I think he's gonna come in here and I think he's gonna have his boys ready. He's just that's just his style, man. He's a dog. And I do think that the Chargers are actually gonna go off to a slower start than what people think they were. At first when I was looking at the hire, I'm like, oh yeah, like the Chargers are gonna be in the Super Bowl and they're gonna no, I do have them there, but in a couple of years, guys, I think this first year for the Chargers, I don't think Jim fully has his type of team that he wants to build around. He has his core pieces in there, but at the end of the day, I think he's going to continue to add to it. I look at the Chargers where the Lions was about 2 years ago. They have a pretty solid foundation, but they just need to add to it. And I have a team like the Raiders that is just going to be looking at a division rival, which a lot of people are picking the Chargers to win this game. And I think the Raiders are going to come in there and stomp them in their face in SoFi. I'm very high on Brock this year, the new tight end that they just took. I think Adams has a bounce back year. I wouldn't It wouldn't surprise me if Gordon Minshew goes out and has a decent game against the Chargers. I get it. The Chargers has a pretty good defense. When I look at the receivers on the Chargers, it's still to be proven. I think Ladd is going to be great. I think Ladd is going to be good for the Chargers. I think the running backs is going to be pretty good for the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to be a one-first type of team that you have Jim there for. I think the Lions is really going to play a big part in this game, being that Jim, he loves everything in the trenches. He loves moving. He loves old school football. He loves running the ball, making it dirty, blocking, going out there. That's why you see they don't really have, no names. They really got rid of all the receivers. You look at the roster, like who the hell is Justin going to throw the ball to? You have Weiss that came up from SC. I just got done talking about Ladd, the young rookie in itself. You got Palmer as the number one receiver. And I really do feel that the Raiders and what they're building on that side of the country, it's only one state above, what they're building in Las Vegas is strong. And I do have the Raiders No, I don't see the Raiders having a really great season this year, but we're talking about week one. And I'm giving them, sorry. So they're the favorites. Perfect. I'm giving the Chargers the minus 3. I'm taking the 3 and I'm riding with it. Alrighty, guys, we got the Denver Broncos flying to Seattle Lumen Field, home of the 12s, to take on the Seattle Seahawks. And this is one game that a lot of people will look at the Broncos and completely write them off, like I did with the Titans, like I did with the Jaguars, like I did with the Patriots. I'm not. I'm taking the Broncos in this one. Call me crazy. I honestly think the Seattle Seahawks has a far superior roster than the Broncos, but I'm one to just have a gut feeling on the game and just says that Sean Payton just out coaches them. I think he outcoaches Mike, and I think he gets the thing. I think he gets. It's a dirty game. It's a slow story. It goes into a defensive game, and then it starts edging into an offensive game. Um, I honestly think Mims takes the next step. I look at the running backs. I really enjoy what Denver has on the side of the running backs. I look at Denver's defense. They have no players. There's literally no key injuries that's really going to play a big part in this game. I do think that, like I said, I do think that Seattle does have the overall better roster, the better defense, the better rippings on offense. But at the end of the day, I'm really high on the Broncos in week 2. I don't know about week 3. I mean, sorry, week 1. I don't know about week 2 or 3, but give me the Broncos in this one, guys, outright. I'm taking the +6, and I am having fun with that. Alrighty, guys, we just have a couple of games left, and then we're gonna get into our big parlay of the week, a long shot parlay. Alrighty, guys, we have the Dallas Cowboys going against the Cleveland Browns, and this is another pick one for me. This one I really can't pick a team just yet. It's really hard. I am definitely gonna pick a team because it is a YouTube video and I have to be on one side. But this is what I'm looking at. I'm like, man, it can go both ways. Dallas always has a good in-season team. They're always ready to go. CD Lamb just got paid. He's going to go out there. I think CD Lamb is going to be a top performer in fantasy this year. I think the running backs are going to emerge. I don't really look at Ezekiel Elliott as a threat no more, but they do have the young, forget his name. I can't believe I forget his name. Anyway, he's the ops. It's good that I forgot his name. But that being said, sorry for the exercise. I should have remembered Tobin or whatever that damn little running back is for them. But I think he's going to emerge as a top running back for them. I do love Dak Prescott as a quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. I hate saying that, but I think he is. He has CeeDee Lamb to throw the football to. I think the defense is loaded, obviously, but so is the Cleveland Browns. But when it comes down to it, if I really had to pick a side, guys, I'm gonna go with Dallas Cowboys. It's just I don't trust Deshaun just yet. I want to see Watson come back, and I want to see Watson play like I don't think he's ever gonna play like the Watson that we knew when people was calling him the MJ of fantasy when he was in Texas for the first couple of years. But I have the Cleveland Browns as one of the top defenses in the league, but I still can see Dallas Cowboys scoring on them. But I can see Dallas Cowboys stopping Watson more than I can see the Cleveland Browns stopping Dak Prescott and the boys. So that being said, I hate saying this, guys, but I am going to take the Cowboys in this one. But it is going to be a close game. They are playing at Cleveland Browns Stadium. I'm going to take Cowboys with the points. So give me the Cowboys plus 2.5. Alrighty, we have making the appearance of Jaden Daniels on the Washington Commanders going to Tampa at Raymond James Stadium to take on Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this one, guys, is another good, close game. It can go any way. We have a lot of changes on Washington Commanders, a lot of overhaul in their team. Looking out there to try to come out and feel refreshed, regenerated, and trying to come out and take on a team like Tampa Bay that has appeared in the playoffs in recent years. And Washington, and everybody's looking at Washington, kind of annoying them, kind of not really bothering with them, but I do believe that they actually have the ability to come out there and upset the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home. I do think that obviously, like I said with Seattle and Denver, I do believe that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers has the better roster, but I just think the Washington Commanders are going to have the better fight. They're going to fight for the win. They're going to fight for every moment that they can possibly get. And I think Jaden Daniels, for his first game, he's gonna have a decent game. Like obviously he is gonna struggle, like I said about Caleb Williams. They are rookies, but at the end of the day, they are both mobile. And when the pass rush gets there, they've shown that they can move around. And when they talk about Jaden Daniels moving around, he can move. All right, guys, we have this fun, exciting matchup. Sunday night football at Ford Field. We have Los Angeles Rams taking on the Detroit Lions, and this is probably going to be an offensive show, guys. This is probably going to be the highest scoring game on the slate. We got Los Angeles Rams flying to Detroit, taking on a team that a lot of people have as the Super Bowl picks. They're them representing the NFC. You know, they do have a studs on both sides of the ball when it comes to Detroit. One of the better offensive lines in the league, one of the better defenses in the league. They got one of the top wide receivers in Amon Brown, St. Brown. You got a young, actually veteran. Why did I say young? I mean, like, I always look at Jared Goff and be like, dude, that guy's young. But no, he's a veteran. He's not young no more. He just looks young, but he's a veteran, man. You got Jared Goff. But you're taking on a young, hungry Los Angeles team, a team that literally did a whole rehaul in the last couple of seasons. And even last year, everybody wasn't as high as on the Rams. And then you got someone like Puka Nacua just showing up. You got Matt Stafford as one of the elite quarterbacks in the game. I have Matt Stafford as in my top 7, in my top 8. Absolutely, he did take a decline, but when he's able to really get into his zone, when Matthew Stafford gets hot and he starts hitting you with those deep balls, it's hard to stop. He's precise, and it's gonna be just a shootout here in this, guys. We have both teams got great secondaries. Second tier receivers, number 2s, number 3s. Both teams got legit tight ends. I think obviously Laporta is way more better than the Rams, what has to offer. Both teams got running backs. Man, this is gonna be a fun game to watch, and this is gonna be a explosive game, explosive scoring. Man, I can't wait for this one, man. It's gonna be high. If I had to take someone, guys, I am actually taking the over. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take the over. And I did over 52.5. There you go. I'm taking the over. If I had to pick a winner, I'm going to say give me the Detroit Lions because I have to pick a winner. I can't just leave out of here without picking a winner. All right, guys, we got the New York Jets versus the 49ers. This is the Monday night game at Levi's. We got two powerhouses. You got San Francisco as the best team in the NFC. In my standards, obviously, Detroit, you need to beat them to claim that title. And then you got the New York Jets as a really top, I would say, a top 5 team in the NFC. I'll go as far as I'll put them right behind the Bengals. That's how high I am on the Jets. Just for the record, guys, I have the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Jets, the Ravens, and then Buffalo. I'm really high on the Jets. Reason being is Aaron Rodgers. I don't care what anybody tells me. Aaron Rodgers is him. When he steps on that field, it is him. He's like Peyton Manning. It's like having an offensive coordinator on the field. This guy can see in every single defense you're going to throw at him. You can disguise anything. He's going to read it. He is going to get the ball to Garrett Wilson. Breece Hall is going to run up and down the field. The defense is going to be able to stop things. I think San Francisco is up for a rude awakening. I'm taking the Jets, and I'm taking them straight to win the game. Give me that plus 175. I get it. You guys want to take the Packers? Go right ahead. You even want to take the Jets with the points? Go right ahead. But I have the Jets outright winning. I have the San Francisco 49ers being a good team this year, but I have the Jets getting out to a fast start. I have Aaron Rodgers coming back and actually throwing at least 3 to 4 touchdowns against a really good team like San Francisco. Something tells me, guys, I'm just going to take the Jets. I'm going to just ride the Jets for this week at least. I think, obviously they are going to struggle at times, but when you go against a team like San Francisco, they're loaded. They're loaded. A lot of people don't have the Jets winning this game. I say otherwise. I say the Jets come in. I say the Jets make a statement, and I say the Jets outright win this game. So that being said, guys, that has been our predictions for week 1. I am going to get better as the weeks go on. This was my first video back in a really long time. So thank you guys all for joining me and supporting me on this channel. Like I said, guys, the Big Blue Cruise link is down in the description below alongside my link if you guys are watching on the network already. But make sure, man, you guys go show love for all these great content creators that are on the network. Go subscribe to all of their channels. Don't leave yet because we have a long shot parlay coming out. I'm going to show you guys the 18, 20 times your guys' money. But that being said, guys, please, 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 It means the world. It is free. All you guys have to do is press that like button, press that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on for you never miss a video. And I get it. That sounds so effing cliche, but us YouTube content creators, the better the more we can grow, the better we can provide you guys with better b-roll, better graphics, better content, better equipment to give you guys better videos. And all it is free, guys. We're not asking for any money or anything like that. It's free, but that free like and that free subscription can go a long way with the growth of the channel. So make sure you guys go stop by to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network channel to get that going. That being said, guys, I'm going to pull up my bookie and I am going to give you guys the parlay of the week. It's a long short parlay, so I wouldn't go put in a unit on it because, it's more chances to lose than hit. But if it does hit, the payoff is amazing and, it's a really good payoff. So that being said, guys, let's go into the mega parlay of the week, the long short parlay. So what we're going to do here, guys, is I am going to share my screen. I'm not going to log in because I don't want you guys to see the personal info. But that being said, guys, I am going to not share Twitter. I am going to share my screen with my bookie. Let me just open that up again. There we go. And then I'll give you guys my long shot parlay of the week. So please bet responsible, guys. Don't go out there. Don't go, spending your hard work and money on this. Only do this if you can absolutely afford to do this. I don't want you guys to listen to me and then come back and be like, Zion, I can't pay my rent because of you. And that's on you. That's a life choice. Please bet responsible and don't go out there and putting yourself at risk. So what we're going to do first, guys, is we are going to take the Cardinals straight up over the Buffalo Bills. Like I said, once again, guys, this is a long shot parlay. The chances of this hitting is really, really, really low. But if it does hit, it actually wins us a pretty good amount of money. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to partner them with a straight up Denver Broncos. So let's go look at the Broncos. I should just go to NFL Live. NFL right there. We'll just go down here. That makes it a lot more easy, Zion. So we're going to go and we're going to straight pick the Broncos. So did you guys see the Broncos? I can't even find the Broncos. They don't want us to bet on the Broncos no more. It's like, nope. We'd have to go to the full. Yeah, let's go to the full MMA page. We'll go to the full NFL page and we're gonna take the Broncos. So we took the Cardinals straight. Now we're gonna take the Broncos straight. Okay, guys. Now we're gonna end this parlay. It's already plus 910. We're gonna end this parlay and we're just gonna give Jacksonville the points with Miami, guys. So now what we did was our 3-leg parlay, our 3-leg long shot parlay of the week. 80% this loses, guys. 85, 90% this loses. But if this hits, and it's week 1, and it is possible, it is going to pay off. So we now have a 3-leg parlay, and it's now plus 1829. The Cardinals can outright beat Buffalo because, like I said, they are going to, it's one thing practicing. Yeah, it's one thing practicing without Diggs, but it's one thing going out there and playing without Diggs, okay? The Arizona Cardinals are loaded and they know you don't have Diggs. So I can see Marvin Harrison having a great opening game. I can see McBride having a great opening game. I can see Kyler Murray having a great opening game. So that's why we're going to take Cardinals straight up. When it comes to the Denver Broncos, this is the one that really scares me, guys. This is the one that if you guys want to replace that with another team, you can. But let's just ride with the Broncos on this long shot play. And if you about it, you about it. If scared money don't make money. So if you guys about it, you guys about it. And then we go to Miami Dolphins. Now, guys, I'm not asking you guys to put on the full unit on this type of bet. This is the type of bet where you just kind of a little bit smaller. So let's go 25. Bam. So that is the long shot play of the week, guys. We have $25 to win you $457. Now you're going to be clinching on this one when Denver is at Seattle and you'll be like, oh my God, Denver. Oh my God. You got the Cardinals playing one of the best teams in the league. But Miami, that's probably going to be the team that you're going to be the most comfortable about because you are just giving Jacksonville a 3.5, at home. So, and Miami's at home. So yeah, Arizona Cardinals, you're going to be at the edge of your seat, The Denver Broncos, you're going to be at the edge of your seat, but Miami Dolphins is a game that you can feel really comfortable if the Cardinals hit and the Broncos hit, that that's extreme right there. And then watch, I don't want to jinx it. That being said, guys, that is going to be the long shot play of the week. 25 will make you $475. Now, I can show you what 100 will make, but I won't advise anybody to put 100. 100 will cash you, a unit will cash you close to $2,000. I wouldn't suggest you put 100 just because on these long shot plays, you just want to be, you don't want to go stupid. Don't go stupid. You can even put 10 and cash a pretty good ticket. You can put $10 down on this, you cash 182. That's still good. Even if you want to even go cheaper, even if you guys want to just go 5. You don't trust the Broncos that much, like we all don't. You don't trust the Cardinals, but this is why it's called a long shot parlay. Low risk, high reward. $5 will get you $91. So that being said, guys, if you guys want to take that and ride with it, go right ahead. But it is a long shot parlay. And yeah, 25 will give you first 75. As the weeks go on, guys, this is my first video on the channel officially. As the week goes on, you can count on me, guys. Well, we'll see how the week goes first. You guys may not want to count on me, but I'm going to provide the fantasy numbers, the fantasy picks on the channel, try to get you guys locked in for sleepers on DraftKings as well, as far as MMA, because I do cover the sport of MMA as well. But that being said, guys, I just want to say thank you again for making it this far with me. It almost made an hour. Thank you to the Big Blue Crew again, man, for bringing me on. I know it's been a long time since I officially was on a stream or anything like that, but the Big Blue Crew has always was family. They never kicked me out of the group chat. They always counted me as one of their own, and now I'm officially my officially first time and first video on the channel because I had a pretty hectic couple of months. But I'm here back now, and I really appreciate you guys watching today. Shout out to everybody that joined us. Shout out to Big Pat. Shout out to Mac. Shout out to Nomads. Deception was here. Unpopular Opinion stopped by. We had Ed Cole in the building. Ed Cole. So Nomads. So thank you guys so much. Mac the Giants fans. I believe I'm mentioning people twice at this point. But thank you guys so much. Please go subscribe to the network and never miss a video, man. Turn that bell notification on. This has been Zion Zenith, Big Blue Crew for life. Big Blue Crew Sports Network. If you're not subscribed, you're just not living. You guys have a good day. Let's get it.